Good morning. I'd like to welcome you to the public hearing opening at 10 a.m. on Monday, April 4th for Mount St. Mary College. My name is Bill Fioravanti, CEO of the Orange County IDA. I'd first like to ask you to please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. This seems like this will be brief. Just want to first introduce the attendees that we have here. Along with myself from the IDA staff is Kelly Riley, our project manager. We have our bond counsel, Russ Genzel of Harris Beach. We have Ms. Frances Roth, our stenographer. And we have representing our applicant today, we have Mr. Arthur Glass, we have Ms. Georgina Wallishauser, and Nancy Mazza. I'm going to read the public hearing notice, and then we'll move to any comments. Mount St. Mary College, an independent coeducational not-for-profit institution of higher education chartered by the Board of Regents of the State of New York with an address of 330 Powell Avenue, New York, 12550, Newburgh, New York, its successors or designees, collectively the college, has requested that the issuer issue its revenue refunding bonds, known as the Mount St. Mary College Project, Series 2022, in one or more series in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $56 million, known as the bonds, to finance all or a portion of the cost of a certain project, the project, consisting of A, the refunding of the issuer's tax-exempt revenue bonds, Series 2012A, the Series 2012A bonds, in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $17 million, the issuer's tax-exempt revenue bonds, Series 2012B, in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $11 million, known as the Series 2012B bonds, and together with the Series 2012A bonds, the Series 2012 bonds. The issuer's multimodal revenue bonds, Series 2012C, in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $23 million, and the college's revenue bond, Series 2017, issued by the Public Finance Authority, known as the Series 2017 bonds, in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $5 million. B, the funding of the swap termination payment of the swap associated with the Series 2012 C bonds. C, the payment of a certain cost incidental to the issuance of the bonds. And D, the financing of all or a portion of the costs of the foregoing by the issuance of its tax-exempt and or taxable revenue refunding bonds in one or more series in a maximum aggregate principal amount not to exceed $56 million, A through D, herein referred to as project costs. The proceeds of the Series 2012A bonds and the Series 2012B bonds were used to A, refinance certain outstanding indebtedness of the college owed to a TD Bank, North America, totaling approximately $1.7 million, the proceeds of which were used to finance the acquisition by the college of an approximately 13-acre parcel of land located at 320 Powell Avenue, City of Newburgh, New York, and the existing improvements situated thereon, consisting principally of an approximately 97,000 square foot building known as the Dominican Center, collectively the existing improvements. B, finance, refinance, and or reimburse the college for the costs of renovating and equipping of the existing improvements to include a library, a dining facility, and approximately 156-bed student housing area, exercise space, and student lounges, and constructing certain related surface improvements, including a small patio, a handicapped access ramp, and approximately 100 surface parking spaces. The refunding of all or a portion of the Mount St. Mary College Revenue Bond, Series 2003, issued by the Dormitory Authority of the State of New York, DASNY, the proceeds of which were used to finance the construction of SACAC Hall and the renovation of Guzman Hall, two college residences halls located at the main campus, and to refund certain prior bonds issued by the City of Newburgh Industrial Development Agency, the proceeds of which were used to finance the acquisition of the former Newburgh Jewish Community Center for the conversion to Hudson Hall located at the main campus, and D, pay certain costs incidental to the issuance of the Series 2012 bonds. We're getting there. The proceeds of the Series 2012 C bonds were used to A, refund the outstanding Mount St. Mary College revenue bonds, Series 2005, issued by DASNY, the proceeds of which were used to finance, the renovation of the College Courts student housing complex located at the college's main campus. B, partially finance, refinance, and/or reimburse the college for costs of renovating the existing approximately 97,000 square foot building known as the Dominican Center to include a library, a dining facility, an approximately 156 bed student housing area, exercise space, and student lounges, and constructing certain related surface improvements, including a small patio, a handicap access ramp, and approximately 100 surface parking spaces, all located at the main campus. And C, pay certain costs incidental to the issuance of the Series 2012 C bonds. The proceeds of the 2017 bonds were used for the purpose of financing the cost of the acquisition, construction, and installation of certain interior and exterior energy efficiency improvements across 23 buildings and facilities located on the main campus of the college, and other capital improvements and equipment related to the 2017 project, and pay the cost of issuance of the Series 2017 bonds. Last part, if the issuance of the bonds is approved by the issuer, it is intended that interest on the bonds will be excluded from gross income for federal income tax purposes pursuant to Section 103 of the Code. The bonds will be special obligations of the issuer payable solely from certain amounts payable under a loan agreement with the college, and certain other assets of the issuer and the college pledge for the repayment of the bonds. The bonds will be issued as part of a plan of financing. Approval of the issuance of the bonds by the County Executive of Orange County is necessary in order for the interest on the bonds to be excluded from gross income for federal income tax purposes. The issuer will hold the public hearing, the proposed issuance of the bonds as required by Section 147F of the Code, which we are of course conducting right now. I will make that's all the public hearing notice. First of all, let me just say in layman's terms what all of that legalese. Thank you to Harris Beach, our bond counsel, for authoring that. That really is to say that the Mount St. Mary College is looking to refinance prior bonds that were issued by the Orange County Funding Corporation, or Orange County, the sister organization of the Orange County IDA. And those bonds were previously used for those improvements, for the acquisition of property for Dominican Hall, the improvements to that space, and other improvements on campus. So that is the full public hearing notice and the details, obviously in great detail of what is happening with this transaction. The IDA and OCFC has not received any written comments for this public hearing. So I will ask any attendees. No one else is looking to join this virtual hearing. Would anyone like to make a comment that's present?
Yeah, Bill, great job. Thank you. And Georgina and Arthur, thank you for joining. I'm assuming this is being recorded, and Kelly and Fran, thank you so much for putting this together. I just want to make it clear that the debt obligation is solely that of Mount St. Mary's, not the county, not the funding corp, not the state. We're a conduit issuer, and so there's no liability associated with the debt to the county or any other municipality.
Russ, thank you. Anything else to add, Russ, or anyone? All right, hearing no other comments, at 10:09 a.m. on Monday, April 4th, we will close this public hearing for Mount St. Mary College. Thank you all for attending. Have a good day.
Thanks, Bill. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.